Our ocean innovator today has worked in sea turtle conservation, ecotourism, and environmental education for over 20 years. He is a director of Sea Turtles, an independent not-for-profit organization which has a mission to protect turtles through ecotourism. He was awarded the President's Award for his work at the International Sea Turtle Society, and is also an active author on turtle conservation and ecotourism. Everyone, please welcome Brad Nahill, a co-founder of Sea Turtle.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, Brad, for coming today to the show. What is Sea Turtles and why was this organization created?
So Sea Turtles is a nonprofit sea turtle conservation organization. We've been around for a little more than 10 years. And we created the organization initially as a way to help sea turtles by bringing travelers and volunteers to volunteer with hands-on conservation projects around the world. And since then, we've expanded. Now we raise funds for turtle nesting beaches, and we have educational programs as well.
Fantastic. And what are your actions?
We have a few different programs that we run. So like I mentioned, we do conservation trips, so people can join us to go visit nesting beaches or places where they live on the water, and they get to help collect eggs, protect the turtles, release the hatchlings, collect data on the turtles, things like that. We also have a program where we work to support important nesting beaches where the turtles come to lay their eggs. And so we raise funds that help local people patrol the beaches and keep both the mother turtles and the hatchlings safe, and making sure the hatchlings get back into the water. And we also work on the international tortoiseshell trade. So in a lot of places around the world, the shells of the sea turtles are turned into jewelry and other products, and a lot of tourists who don't know what these are, that they come from an endangered species, might buy them. So we encourage people to learn how to recognize these products and how to avoid them.
And what are your needs and how can we help you?
Like any nonprofit, we always need donations. So with that nesting beach program, it's pretty neat. Every dollar that's donated, we can save 10 baby sea turtles and help make sure that they get into the ocean. And so far, we've helped save nearly 4 million at different projects around the world, 30 different projects and in many other countries. People can also sign our pledge to avoid buying tortoiseshell when they travel, and they can travel with us. We have some really fun trips to places like Mexico and Costa Rica where people can get a really fun hands-on experience.
And Brad, what is the importance of protecting sea turtles?
We obviously think it's really important to protect sea turtles. They have really valuable roles in the ocean and on the beaches. For example, the hawksbill sea turtles, they eat sea sponges. They can eat 1,000 pounds of sea sponges in a year. And so those sponges compete with corals in coral reefs. And so by keeping those sponges in check, the hawksbills allow the coral reefs to expand. Green turtles eat seagrass, and where they graze those, researchers have found that in a lot of places, the seagrass is healthier because the sea turtles are grazing them. Leatherback turtles eat almost exclusively jellyfish, and they can eat a lot of them. And jellyfish numbers in a lot of places are growing very quickly. And so by having as many leatherbacks as possible in the ocean, we help keep those numbers down. They're also important for nesting beaches. The nests that they leave provide important nutrients for beach vegetation, and then the hatchlings are an important source of food for a lot of animals, as well as they're important economically for a lot of coastal communities, earn a lot of income from people going to go turtle watching. And so that's good for the local communities, and it's also good for people who want to see these animals. You go and see a sea turtle in the wild, or you release a hatchling to the water. It's a really fun experience, and it really has a lot of emotional and psychological benefits for people.
And what difficulties have you encountered so far?
Well, like any nonprofit, funding is always a challenge, especially for smaller ones like ours. We do have a number of donors and sponsors, but to reach the scale that we want to as an organization, we need to find more donors. The other challenge that we've faced is a couple of times in our history, the tourism industry has either grown or declined. Obviously, right now during the pandemic, nobody's really traveling, and that's affecting our programs and a lot of the places where we take people. So depending too much on tourism can be a problem. So we're looking at ways that we can diversify, but we're hoping that tourism comes back and we can start taking trips again soon.
What positive changes should we see in the next few years in order to succeed in saving turtles?
Well, we have seen a lot of progress. There's a lot of bad news out there related to the environment and the ocean and wildlife, but we're actually seeing some good news with sea turtles. So the beach that you mentioned in the beginning, Kolola, you're correct that they did drop from tens of thousands of nests to 599, but now they're back up over 35, 40,000 nests again in just 20 years. And that's because people are no longer eating the turtles or the eggs, and the hatchlings are getting back out into the water. And that's really helping both the local community. There's an indigenous community called the Nawa that live there at that beach, and it's one that we've been supporting and taking people to visit for a while. And so we're seeing turtles starting to come back in a lot of places because hunting has declined, and a lot of people are working on fishing gear that catches less sea turtles and other animals. But going forward, we think that for sea turtles to really fully recover to where they were, a couple hundred years ago, we need people to stop buying, turtle meat, turtle eggs, turtle products. We're really hoping that when tourism does come back, that it comes back in a way that is more supportive of conservation efforts and local communities. So we think that's a really big thing, that needs to happen as well. And there needs to be a lot more investment in fishing technologies, because that's a really huge area where a lot of turtles are getting caught right now. But there's some great research being done of how to do that. And so we're pretty hopeful that we'll be able to change some of the fishing practices to bring sea turtles back.
Thank you very much, Brad. We will finish with a 2-second message you would like to give to our people of action today.
Go see sea turtles. It's good for the turtles, it's good for the communities, and it's good for you.
And there we go. That was Ocean Innovators release number 9, celebrating 10 years to achieve United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Don't forget to press the bell button to subscribe, and we will see you next time.